Hey guys, welcome to the episode. This is the Ouroboros podcast. I'm Sun Wukong.
I'm Ymir.
And I'm Hecate.
Just before we start, please do note that all tales have their variations and different forms depending on the culture, the location where you've heard it. Basically, tales are told differently, and the tale we're telling is just one version of it. Please don't hate on us for the fact that we aren't telling the version you know or you've grown up with. This is just one version we're telling for the sake of education.
And we'd love to hear your version of it, so you can email us
Yes, just email us everything. So
cool. We hope you enjoy the episode. On to it.
Okay, the creation of the cosmos according to Norse mythology. Grab a snack and get comfy because this one is long. At first, as per usual, there was nothing. Only the great yawning abyss known as Ginnungagap. Well, it's different from just chaos, I guess. Out of this void of nothingness, a land of eternal mist, darkness, and terrible cold was formed to the north, known as Niflheim. In its midst surged a fountain known as Ymir, from which the freezing glacial waters of 12 rivers spread throughout the void. To the south was the land of fire, Muspelheim, an infernal region of unbearable, insatiable heat and flames. From there flowed rivers of fire, whose waters contained a bitter poison that over time gathered and became a solid mass. This mass of poison was then covered in a thick layer of frost by the ice flowing from the north. With the heat blowing from Muspelheim, the frost began to melt. And here he is, the giant Ymir, born from poison and ice. Ymir became the father of all giants. On the night of his creation, he fell asleep near the lands of the south and became completely bathed in sweat. Gross. From under his left arm, somehow, two giants, a man and woman, were born. At the same time, the block of ice from which Ymir was born gave forth the great cow Audumla, the wet nurse of the giants. I kid you not, this is what she was called. At the beginning of every day, Ymir drank her life-giving milk. And, well, obviously there weren't any buckets lying around at the time, so yes, he drank straight from the udders. Audumla herself began to lick the salt from the ice for nourishment. Sadly, grass hadn't been created yet. And the heat of her tongue and breath yielded first the hair, then the head, then the entire body of a being, Buri. It concerns me that Ymir didn't try to free him. Did he just see some hair sticking up from the ice and just ignored it? Anyway, Buri also mysteriously had a son, Bor, who went on to marry Ymir's daughter, Bestla. With her, he fathered the three gods Odin, Vili, and Ve. Which, turns out, was a huge mistake, as these gods didn't really like the giants, probably because they felt threatened at how much bigger they were than them. Kinda like an angry Pomeranian or Chihuahua. So, the three gods at once began to rebel against their creators. Straight out of the womb, singing Fall Out Boy with dark eyeliner, those boys. And so the annihilation of the giants happened. They first killed Ymir, probably because he was the oldest and the biggest. And so much blood flowed out of him that Ginnungagap was filled with it. He was a big fat giant, what do you expect? All of the other giants drowned in the blood. I like to imagine the gods didn't expect this and were kind of like, oops, I guess we don't have to fight the other giants now. Sweet. Which is how Ymir and his wife, who managed to launch a small boat, escaped and founded a new race of giants. After the death of Ymir, Odin, Vili, and Ve raised his body from the depths of the sea of blood and created Midgard, named as such because it was halfway between Niflheim and Muspelheim. The flesh of Ymir became the land on which we live, and his blood became the boundless ocean. From his bones, the gods created the mountains. From his hair, they created the trees. The skull of Ymir was raised up on 4 pillars of bone and made into the vault of the heavens, in which they kept the sparks of fire that escaped from Muspelheim, and these sparks became the countless stars in the night sky. Soon, other gods came to join Odin, Vili, and Ve. They just appeared out of the abyss, apparently. Together, the gods created their dwelling place, which became known as Asgard, the dwelling of the Aesir, in which each of them have a grand mansion. This land was created above Midgard so that the gods could keep watch over the world that they were creating. To get back and forth between Midgard and Asgard, they created the Great Rainbow Bridge, known as Bifrost, which is guarded by Heimdall, the god of the Bifrost. As the gods gathered, they discussed how to best populate Midgard. The rotting corpse of Ymir, within him, he's getting a little gross, and grubs were beginning to form. The gods changed all of the grubs into dwarves, giving them human form and imbuing them with reason. Because the dwarves were born from the flesh of Ymir, the gods decided that they shall continue to live as they had since their birth, hidden from the light of the sun in the flesh of their creator. Which is kinda rude, guys. They didn't decide this. What if they wanted to be in the sunlight, huh? Anyway, soon, the light of the sun became deadly to them, turning them into stone at the slightest exposure. In some versions, the 3 brothers, afraid that the sky would fall down, told 4 of the dwarves to hold up the sky and sent them out in each direction of the world. The names of the 4 dwarves were Nordi, Vistri, Sundri, and Ostri, which were north, west, south, and east, respectively. The rest of the dwarves made their homes in rocks and caves under the ground, which became known as Svartalheim, the home of the dwarves. They became expert craftsmen, and apparently there were no women amongst the dwarves, and so they weren't able to have children. So the gods gave the dwarves 2 princes who had the ability to mold new dwarves out of the stones of the earth. Amazing. Anyway, finally, humans were created. There is some lost text between the creation of the dwarves and the creation of the humans, so there is some confusion as to how exactly this happened. In some versions, the gods that create humans are Odin, Vili, and Ve, and in others, it's Odin, Honir, and Lodur. So basically the story goes that one day the 3 gods were traveling across a beach and came across 2 trees, an ash and an elm, with lifeless twisted trunks. Odin gave them life and spirit, while his companions gave them movement and the ability to reason, as well as shape, speech, feelings, and the 5 senses, respectively. The man was called Ask, which means ash tree, and his wife was Embla, or elm tree, and they proceeded to create the race of man. And now that man has been created, they need an underworld, and Niflheim became the underworld. Well, where people would go once they were dead. The goddess Hel became the ruler of this domain, and how this happened is an entirely different tale that we're not going to get into today. And her faithful hound, Garm, guarded the entrance to prevent the dead from ever leaving, and the living from entering. Kind of sounds similar to Hades and Cerberus. I don't know. So, when coming to the sun and the moon, there is a lot of confusion, as there are multiple conflicting stories for the stage of creation. In some versions, the sparks of Muspelheim also created the sun and moon. In others, an arrogant man from Midgard, Mundilfari, his children became the sun and the moon because he was super narcissistic and he was like, my kids are so shiny and beautiful. I'm gonna call my son Moon and my daughter Sun. I don't know why he couldn't have called his son Sun, but You know, and furious by his arrogance, the gods took both children, put them in the sky, sent the wolves chasing after them. The whole shebang. So, there's also another version where it's two giants, Knot and Dagger. Yeah. It's a lot. I'm just looking at my notes here and there's so much. I don't know what to include. So we're just gonna get rid of the sun and moon for now, put that in the back seat. Now for the Norns. Out of the chaos of Ginnungagap rose the three Norns, goddesses of fate. Their names were Urd, which was past, Verdandi, which was present, and Skuld, which was future. Urd appeared in the form of a shriveled old hag, while Verdandi was a woman in her prime, and Skuld was a beautiful young maiden. Together, the three Norns cared for the life tree, Yggdrasil, until the day of Ragnarok, when it is destined to die. Fun! After the creation of the different level or planes of existence, the great ash tree, Yggdrasil, began to grow and connect all of these levels. Its first root formed in Niflheim, and from this root bubbled the spring of Hvergelmir, which, as a reminder, was the source of the 12 primitive rivers. The second root of the great tree extended into the land of the giants, covered with frost and ice. This is where the fountain Ymir flowed, which is a whole other thing in itself. Norse mythology is nothing if extensive. The third root extended all the way up into the heavens and issued the spring Urd. This is where the Norns resided, because, one of the Norns is Urd. Makes sense. And they drew water from this well at the beginning of each day and sprinkled it onto the roots of Yggdrasil so that it would not wither away. Now there were, of course, animals populating this great tree. In the highest branches sat a golden cock, which kept a constant vigilance of the horizon to warn the gods whenever their ancient enemies, the giants, were preparing to attack them. In its branches, the goat Irdrun resided, who gave Odin's warriors the milk with which they were nourished. Then there were the pests that would constantly strive to destroy Yggdrasil. The serpent Nidhogg sat at the base of the third root and gnawed at it ceaselessly. 4 stags wandered the base of the tree, nibbling off the green shoots and preventing further growth of the tree. Still, under the care of the Norns, the tree was able to flourish. There are, of course, many, many, many more animals, but we'll cover those later. Well, there you have it, the messy creation of the Norse world. On to the discussion.
Well, welcome to the podcast, guys. Now, what do you two think of my life story?
Oh my god. It'd be that one drama life on YouTube that no one clicks on. Like, it'll have like one dislike, maybe two views, but it's just so bad. Everyone's like, what?
It'd also be like
First
really
off,
short.
How dare you?
True.
I'm sorry, I'm the earth we walk on. What do you mean?
But,
You'd be the starting comedic act no one laughs at.
yeah, because like,
Thanks, Wukong. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
God
Okay.
damn it.
but also your
Here I am,
rotting
the
flesh
giant
got
of
like,
primal.
became dwarfs, so, not the best.
True.
Oh, I'm
You'd
sorry.
be rated R.
I'm
With all that blood.
Deadpool.
Yes. Oh no. No, stop.
This is a bad
Okay.
Oh,
So what's the whole thing with poison and ice? It's like Elsa got mad and then she created you. Man.
yeah, no. I'm a poison and ice type Pokemon. I stand by it. I am poison and ice type Pokemon.
No.
Nice.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
If there's a Pokemon that's in the
mean-
shape of a ball, then sure.
A ball?
What
Wait,
does
aren't
that-
no,
I-
aren't Pokemons like? Don't you like Pokemons and they like have a purpose?
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks, guys. Really
You're welcome,
feeling the
man.
love here.
True. I mean,
You should.
the whole. I mean, what about the two giants that came from someone's left armpit? Whose left armpit was it?
That was
Yours.
mine.
Yeah, that was so confusing.
Mine.
I was like, how?
That must have been one stinky ass armpit,
Yo,
man. I
no,
feel
no,
bad
no,
for
no,
them.
No, because
How
like,
would it be? It's water. It's water. It doesn't smell.
yes, it does.
What do you mean water doesn't smell?
Like, okay.
Sweat?
I said.
Do you want me to
sweat.
reiterate biology?
No, but it's the urea in sweat which has like the distinct
Yeah.
armpit smell. Worst case, he's made of ice. And, okay, maybe the poison will create a stench, but like, where?
I think the
Yeah.
poison will be quite stenchy.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
also,
possibly the poison. I realized after I said it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but I don't know why, but any myth that I do, someone is born in an incredibly strange way that doesn't make any sense.
When, in all of mythological history, when has anyone been born in a normal manner? I've
That's
never heard of it.
true.
Wait.
But, like,
I'm trying to
armpit?
think.
Really?
I think there's. It's a
To be
weird
honest,
one.
points for creativity, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
like they couldn't
they
think
probably
of
sat
any
in a
other.
conference
No,
meeting.
yo, they couldn't think of any other way for a guy to like give birth to kids.
Dude, this,
I mean-
the
Oh,
Scandinavians
wait,
were
the
eating them
imagery.
poisoned sharks.
What?
The Scandinavians were eating those poisoned sharks when they made the story.
Yeah.
It's a thing
Get-
in
They
Greenland.
get high off of poisoned sharks, make their whole
Yes.
mythology in one sitting. Great.
Hey, dude, you want to know how he should give birth to the giant race? How, dude? By the armpit, bro.
Yo,
Whoa, dude,
that's such
that's
a good
crazy.
idea. Oh my god. I'm writing this down right now. Let's
God.
go.
Oh my god, I swear. I mean, to be honest, half the shit that was invented has to be when we're high. Like all the philosophers, like olden days philosophers,
Oh,
they must
yeah.
have just been high.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like,
mean, okay, here's the thing though. Back then, it was legal to smoke that crap. Like no one cared.
True.
Like have you heard of the Dionysian mysteries? What do you think was just happened there? They were just continuously high. That's all you did there.
I mean, you're either high or drunk. Cause like, didn't they literally drink alcohol because it was like distilled and like
Yeah.
cleaner
Okay,
than
that's-
water?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's a myth. Technically, it's like a theory that's it's disputed. It's controversial. It's more just because it was a drug that made them feel good. Like
Oh.
it was like alcohol, and then it
But
became.
still, you can't
coffee.
debate the wide use of alcohol back then.
No, that's true. They drank so much. Like they drank so
So much. Oh
Dude,
god.
I mean, in certain parts of the world, Russia, it would probably keep warm.
I mean, they didn't even
Or-
classify beer as alcoholic until what, 2011, 2014?
I think
Dude,
it was
imagine.
around, yeah.
Just imagine you're a little Russian boy on the street or a little Russian girl, and you just go up to like a vendor. Sir, could I have a beer? No, beer too weak. Take vodka.
No, yo, genuinely, they sell beer as like part of like lemonade stands. You know, you get lemonade in America. Nah, here we sell beer.
Oh my
God.
god.
You drink lemon juice and sugar. We drink wheat juice and sugar.
Haha.
Does beer even have sugar though?
I
think
mean,
it's
okay.
just wheat.
Technically, yes.
I don't
I mean, technically that's sugars, but like
Yeah.
sucrose.
know, but beer is very bitter.
Yeah, it's like malt. Right?
Like,
I don't know.
yeah, I
I've
don't
never
think a
had
kid would
beer, I
enjoy
can't
beer now
say.
that I think of it.
yeah, it
Maybe
I
they'll
don't-
take lemonade and just pour beer in it. Add some
yeah,
nice
maybe.
sugar.
That
You know?
sounds
I
mean, I feel like-
absolutely
dude, if you-
disgusting
if-
though.
No, you're
If you
right.
could buy a
But it's a
beer, you could
kid.
add sugar to it. Then there's
Yeah.
the Irish. God.
But I don't think it'll work.
What do the
Like,
Irish
the,
do?
The bitter. Mm,
Oh, do you not know about Irish coffee?
No.
It's a thing.
Is it coffee?
It's like 2 parts coffee to every 1 part whiskey. That's literally how Irish coffee is made.
Okay, wait.
Holy
Can we just
moly.
say the Irish were? They're onto something, man. Like coffee and whiskey.
Damn.
Like,
yeah.
That's been a thing, dude. That's been a thing since forever. Like,
that's
what do you
like a
mean?
nice punch in the morning.
Oh my god.
I'd take that.
Wake up in the morning and just get punched in the face with your coffee.
Dude,
Would you not
This
wake
reminds-
up though?
Yeah.
this reminds me of a thing I once read on the on like Insta or whatever, someplace, right? And it's like, I just realized why I've been having such good days recently. I looked at my coffee creamer. I bought it from like South Africa, right? And it says 17% alcohol.
That's great.
Dude, just
No.
imagine.
No.
Okay,
I
we're a
love that.
little off track.
Okay, yeah, let's address creation. So, we have Ymir, and then we move into like the birth of the 3 demon children.
Okay, so
God.
did the demon children come from the cow?
No,
The great cow?
No.
No, the 2 giants had kids separately.
Yeah.
And then their kids got together. At least there's like no incest.
No, but where? No. What about the cow? Where did the cow come from? The great cow.
The cow is just there.
It just kinda.
It's just there.
What was its
Kinda.
purpose?
Nourishment for Ymir and the other guy that appeared out of the ice.
So isn't the cow the first like godly being? Why is Ymir getting the cred?
No, the cow is after
Because I'm the one who got
Ymir.
killed.
Huh?
Okay, Ymir was born first, and then the cow kind of just melted out of the glaciers, I think.
Yeah, no, like
And
the
then Ymir's
same,
like,
the same
yes.
ice block that
yes,
Ymir
cow.
came from, the cow came from, and then the cow licked the other dude out of the ice. I still don't get it. Why did Ymir just look at this block of ice with that guy inside and be like, okay, cool, that's it. I'm gonna leave that to you, cow, and do my own thing. Like,
I
what?
trust the
I'm sorry.
cow though.
Dude. Fair. Fair. No, I mean, like, okay. Imagine you're like at the beginning of primordial creation. It's just a void, and you're just lying down eating, and you see a dude stuck, like you see like an arm out of an iceberg. Would you really go over and be like, ah, yes, I will dig you out with my bare hands?
I feel like I would have nothing like better to do. And I'd be like, yeah, I need a buddy.
I mean, but also like conserving energy. I don't think actually no. Cow's milk gives so much stuff, fat energy.
Also, he would technically be a baby, so it would sustain him for a big baby, but Ymir was technically a baby.
That means we were right. Like the Indians are onto something worshipping cows, man.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on the mythology. Some mythologies have like mother snakes.
Snakes. They're cool.
They're cool, but
Snakes.
they also
Yes.
might kill
Okay.
you.
Might.
You know what? If they do, I'd thank them. So where did the sons and daughters come from?
Well, so Ymir's son and daughter came from the armpit, and Buri is just like never mentioned anywhere. And you're just
Yeah,
left-
that's what. So like,
Wait.
did
No,
they just
I
appear?
literally looked for it everywhere, and there's just no explanation of it anywhere. So I just put mysteriously.
no.
Wait.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah,
Just like
what?
mysterious
hold
child.
up. Just before we go further, I'm not gonna lie. When you first asked that question, Wukong, right? My immediate thought was, well, Wukong, when 2 people love each other very much.
They do the devil's tango. I know. I'm quite aware of biology. The first time I
Yes.
actually got to know about it was when I came to our school and I had to write an exam, and they just shoved a textbook at me, and I'm
my
like,
God.
wow, let me see, and then bam, pictures, and I'm like, oh,
no.
Dude, the first time I found out about it was like 4th grade, because my thing had my elementary. Dude, hear me out. My elementary school had this thing where they teach you about puberty and bodily changes really early.
What?
Yeah, it was called The Video. I'm not even kidding. It was called The Video. That's how it was known by the
God.
students, right? And I remember just sitting through it with a bunch of giggling 4th graders going, ah, yes,
Really?
I am here.
No, but see, I knew about periods and all of that, so it wasn't a big of a deal, but I don't know why I just never questioned where children came from. I just thought you kissed and your saliva went and developed into a baby, and I'm like, cool.
Dude, you're like that ignorant anime girl who's like, oh my god, will you be responsible? We kissed. We're having a baby now. God.
No, it never concerned me, okay? I was like, okay, kid, cool. Don't want that little shit running around.
I honestly thought that kids just like walked up out of nowhere.
Just like this dude's son and daughter.
Yeah,
Just,
man.
like, appear.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Ymir's son
yo,
and
wait.
Buri's daughter.
One last thing.
Yeah.
One last thing. Imagine they do appear out of nowhere. So you're just like you and your wife. You're like sleeping on a bed, and then just in the middle of the night, just a child walks up to you, just like Mama, Papa, and then you lose your shit. I would smack that baby into oblivion, bro. That child will be yeeted out of my window.
Oh my god. So basically, Buri's son married Ymir's daughter, and that's how Odin, Vili, and Veg, were born. Yay.
Demon children.
The
So
demon
Boruto
children.
married this dude's daughter,
Oh my god.
and they had like
No.
more.
First off, know her name, Sarada. Second off, no. And third off, never. Don't. 9. Never speak of that show again. It does not exist.
Wait, I thought it was getting good though.
I don't know. I watched it for the first 50 episodes, and I just quit.
Okay,
there and then.
So wait, they married, and then they had children the normal way, right?
Yeah. I'm sure.
If you mean not by armpit sweat, yes.
Yo, does all your armpit sweat just yield children?
Dude, it's so annoying.
like-
Whenever I'm playing a sport, it's just constant little children falling down. What do you do?
Oh well, you just wipe the children off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you'd
I
put
think
the
it's
toy on
just
your
primordial god sweat that does it, so.
You're just playing. You just have children falling out of your armpits, and the rest of the people
Playing
basketball are
table
"What?"
tennis or something, and then just babies sprouting everywhere.
Oh, I imagine him playing basketball, and then he has a baby coming up, and he just scores with the baby. You know, that'd be pretty cool. Eat that child. Anyway.
Note
in my
to
head-
our viewers, this is not good parenting. Note to viewers, this is
No,
not good
don't
parenting.
eat your
Please do not
children,
try this
guys.
at home.
When you
Don't
said
Please
eat
don't try this
them
at
or
home.
eat them.
when Wukong
Yes.
said score with the child, I thought you were saying
The child plays.
they just held the child up and then shot
Oh.
the ball.
I just imagine
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god. Okay, I just imagine a really bad version of Boss Baby where the child gets up and starts playing basketball with them, dribbling
my
the ball.
God.
Oh my god. Dude, that movie
Boss
is
basketball
so-
player. Wait, why did I remove
Yeah.
the baby part? I'm so stupid.
Baby basketball.
that
realized.
was just a Wall Street corporate who's really good at basketball.
Exactly. Oh my god,
Okay, wait,
Hans
that-
Zimmer
that-
and
that's on
all
track.
the great musicians worked on the Boss Baby soundtrack.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's so
damn.
crazy.
It was, dude. The movie was good, but it was also kind of cursed, and I'm also kind of mad that it won an award when there was a silent voice up against it.
Oh
'Cause
my
it was a
God.
silent.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god, I
it's a
like
good
silent
movie.
voice.
It's a good movie, but I feel like a silent voice is just better.
A silent voice is just so much deeper, man.
We're
Deeper,
really,
it's so-
really off track today, aren't we?
Right.
Dude,
Right,
I'm sorry.
so-
This is the first ep we've recorded in 2 months.
Yeah.
Right. So, my next point I wanted to state in this council is that I'm glad they killed Ymir first.
Yeah. It was a good choice because they just ended up having to
Yeah.
fight no one else.
Exactly.
I mean, strategically, it's oh, oops, you failed successfully. You flooded the world, but they're all dead now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Dude, I'm just imagining I'm just imagining like Odin, Vili, and Ve. They're like, oh well, time to go fishing for his dead corpse. Throws a little like stick in the water.
The first fishing rod was made that
The
day.
water or the blood?
Yo, but the
Wasn't his
blood
his blood was
became
water.
the ocean, so was
His blood was
just
water. Yeah.
Bro, Ymir could relate to girls. Just like that amount of blood flowing out of you. Sucks, man.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Okay, wait, can we talk about something serious? You know, I feel like, was it our last episode or the last to last? You know the Chinese connection here where it's very distinct.
Yeah.
Like the body parts turn into like
specific parts
turn
of the
into
earth,
the
yeah.
world, right?
Yeah. I thought
Like that was
cool
really
too.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's probably because humans in general, like we're human centric kind of, right? We're
Yeah,
anthrocentric,
that's true.
right? So I think we imagine our world respective to us because yes, we're
But
people.
it's really.
And I think
Oh, sorry.
it's weird.
No, but
It is
like
weird. It's
also it's interesting that they had a very similar concept for how
Yeah.
the world was made, despite being on like almost opposite sides of the world.
It's almost like it's like the flood myth that we've mentioned for the last 3
Right?
episodes
Yeah, maybe
straight.
there's some connection there.
I mean, I feel like they could be.
Yeah.
It's just that
I mean, I feel
how did
I feel
both
like
of them come to the conclusion that like random
was
parts of your
one-
body
yeah.
is something else?
Yeah, no, it's like one
It doesn't
big
even make
guy
sense, though,
became the Earth.
Yeah.
Which is
Which like
I don't.
hmm.
I feel like
Do you
like, some of
wanna
it makes-
do you wanna research that, guys?
no.
Sad.
No.
We're supposed to be
Do you?
educational, guys. What is this?
Do
We're just
you?
giving them
Dude, sorry.
hypotheticals.
Dude, do you want to look into like genesis of like mythology?
it's
Genesis.
okay. So we're not researching that.
Yeah, no. We'll find
Fine.
like
Research it on
like
your
I
own,
s-
guys. Lol.
Find that one really obscure research paper from a 1992 college student who was way too high on ramen and Red Bull to care.
How it?
Did Red Bull exist in 1992?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. Did
Did it?
they have Red Bull? Can you research
they-
when Red Bull was invented?
Ah, yes.
The information you get
Foregoing-
out of this podcast. Not the anthrogenesis of mythology, but when was
Oh
Red
wait, they did it.
created?
They did.
They did?
1987.
Oh,
Yeah. 1987, guys. Write that down. Red Bull was created.
wow.
It's been keeping bleary-eyed college students awake since the late 80s. Remember that.
Wow.
Don't worry
beautiful.
that we did research about mythological giants. It's fine.
This is the important point, guys. Jot it down.
Yes.
You'll need it for your history exam. Exactly.
History. Article 231.
Okay, but Odin, Vili, and Ve being the
Yeah.
emo boys of the ancient world is just
Is this where we have the Fallout Boy joke?
yes.
Yes. Cue Fallout Boy joke. No, dude. I'm just imagining them like their entirety of their emo-ness. It's like, hey, do you want to sing screamo for a bit? And for like 3 centuries while fishing Ymir's dead body, they're just singing screamo.
yeah, he'd be like, yo, you wanna like scream, and the other guy's just like, yeah, bro. And that's it.
That's
Like,
how
the true
screamo
bond.
became a music genre.
Oh my god.
It
Yo,
was-
okay.
it was
You know how
lost
we
to
don't
history.
know exactly how ancient music sounded? Like, we don't know. We just go off of like assumptions.
And like
Just-
folk music.
Yeah, just imagine, like, there's that one point in history where we imagine they probably sang like beautiful melodies with like simplistic rhythms, but in actuality they're just singing like the very early version of like screamo
Oh my
and punk
God.
rock.
Yo, but
When
the
they're worshipping
Vikings,
their
if
deities.
anything, the Vikings were definitely the screamo of the ancient world.
True.
They-
The Vikings were the
I'd
heavy
agree.
metal.
Yeah.
They were like
Oh
they,
my
they were
god,
the heavy
yes.
metal.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Either
I'd agree.
them. Okay, wait. Either them, and this is like counterintuitive. Either them or like the Japanese. I don't know why. I have a feeling like the
Yeah.
That would be extremely funny.
Yeah,
like
because
to see that.
everyone looks at Japan and they're like, oh yes, peaceful cherry blossoms.
It's so
love."
civilized and cultured,
Yeah.
and then you you like rewind.
Dude, I mean, like the creation of Japan and like their creation myth, which we'll get into later, it's
true.
kind of chaotic. It really does fit the vibe of our podcast.
Oh, that's great.
Everything's chaotic, man.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
true. We don't have to do much to make it chaotic.
No.
This is me saying it's chaotic. It's like, yes, we're gonna walk around this fence post 12 times, but since we walk counterclockwise,
Next
right.
time,
You,
maybe.
if you want to
Yes,
listen to that, tune in later.
Maybe.
Haha.
tune in next time for Japan Creation Myth Z.
We should cover that next, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, so tune in next time, guys. You'll hear about it.
Okay,
Yes.
so where were we? The Earth has been created.
Wow.
Then, okay, wait. Well, there's Muspelheim and Niflheim, and then there's Midgard, which are just imagine you're like, yes, I am the guardian of all realms. I'm just gonna create a really high tower. Oh no, the Tower of Babel. Oh god.
Wait. There's
Oh no.
wait. Who sits on a rainbow?
Heimdall, but we haven't
Heimdall.
even got close to.
I know,
Dude.
but I just
I mean,
I
we
just-
are
the
there.
only-
I mean,
Rainbow.
they did create the bridge between Midgard
I'm
and
gonna say
Asgard.
this. Wait.
I love how they chose
Hold
a
on.
rainbow, man. It's
I
just
know.
gay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's mythology. They're always gay.
True,
Also, I'm just gonna say
everyone's gay.
this much. That the only functional Asgardian in the MCU, maybe not in, like the
Oh,
actual
no.
mythology, the only functional guardian Asgardian in the MCU is Heimdall.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No,
I
you're
agree.
not.
I
My
agree.
god. All the other Asgardians are literally.
Yo, he's the only one that
Chaos.
like tried to do his job,
I know!
and then he
And
gets
then
like
Thor
killed by
literally
Loki.
stops him at every turn. He's
I
like,
know.
no, Heimdall. No, you must not do
Oh,
your
God.
job. And he's like, why? Why?
See, I feel like Heimdall would be that one poor accounting guy that's called Jeff, who's just trying to finish
Also,
his
can
account.
we
No,
talk
no.
about
Dave.
how the gods
Dave,
just like
Dave, yes.
No, but can we talk about how the gods just appeared? Like, at least the giants had some form of explanation for how they appear. But-
Here's my crackhead theory. With the ocean of blood and water, whatever you call it, right? Down in the depths, from Ymir's body was born a clamshell, and in the clamshell it opened and was born.
Why is it
god.
a clamshell?
I don't know, an oyster?
We already know Ymir's body is the land, so I
No,
call
I
it
assume-
bullshit.
I assume someone got really annoyed, and their brainwaves like reached such a high frequency, they like had like a chemical reaction in the air, and then just gods who
Oh.
embody just annoying.
One day when Odin, Vili, and they were fighting about what colors the Midgard bridge should be, their collective anger and brainwaves just reached the sea, the deepest parts, and went,
Yes.
yes, now we will birth the Vanir.
Yes.
And the other
Okay,
Aesir.
wait.
Somehow, I don't
Wait.
get it.
Speaking of like the rainbow bridge and gays, there's so many like every mythology is so inclusive. Like there are gender fluid people, there are gay people, there are bi people, there's like trans.
No.
But then actual society, you like look at it and they're just so
It's
Like-
called. Okay, I don't want to. Okay. I didn't want to say that because it's like derogatory terms. Christianity's not
Yeah.
bad. It's just
Yeah.
the intentions of the church.
No,
And they're
you see,
anti-pagan. Okay.
even Christianity, the original texts apparently were more inclusive.
Oh wait. Yeah, no, this is good. You'll
Yo,
love
you're
this.
telling me my boy
Um,
Jesus won't like dap up like the gay dude at the back.
Tap up the
Dude, look, here's the thing. No, here's the fun part. Two things. First off, Jesus was incredible. Like he was
He was a
a
fucking
punk. He was a rebel, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you feel lust, pluck your eyes out, my dude. And now the second thing, the whole thing about men should not sleep with men, right? Well, there's a theory where it's actually a purposeful mistranslation from the original,
Yeah,
from the
I heard
German.
that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But mention it for the
for the-
audience.
Yeah, for the audience. So basically, there's a theory that when it was being translated from German to English for the printing press, right? the English kings were pedophiles. So
Of course
the
they
original
were.
the original thing was a man should not sleep with a child, right? And now, what do you do when you're a pedophilic monarch who really has his eyes on that 16-year-old barmaid? They got it
No,
changed.
it's
They got it
even
changed.
worse. It's even worse.
They
It'd
got
be
it
like you're a
changed.
62-year-old, like,
Yeah, no. Again,
and then you'd
a very
fuck, like
old.
the 8-year-old boys. And you're-
Yeah.
Oh god, dude. No, and then they changed it to man should not sleep with man, and then it just kind of became this whole kerfuffle.
Mhm.
And I mean,
Man.
okay, here's the thing. It's also because the church, being anti-pagan, had to like go against paganism, which like all the mythologies we've discussed today are kind of basically pagan till today.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they're all really inclusive.
Yeah.
Like one easy way to go against is like, okay, no, we're not being inclusive anymore.
It's
Which
an
is really
easy
stupid,
but
but-
terrible way.
See, I feel like okay, look, I'm pretty sure the Bible was so much more inclusive because
Yeah.
the preachers, or what do you call them, the interpreters of God's words, whatever.
No, and
You're not
also,
telling me they added their own flair.
Yeah, that's also true.
You're gonna say?
No, but like technically, Jesus was what, in the Middle East or something? So he would have been brown.
He was a brown man.
Yeah,
He's a brown
exactly.
man.
So
The brown
any
chocolate man.
yeah, any like American like white person. Okay, I'm just gonna say white person. Any white person who's like
We mean
Jesus
no
was
offense-
not.
We mean, wait, hold up. Before that, we mean no offense to the white audience if we ever get any.
Yeah,
Gets none.
yeah. So I mean, like, like
Yo, that's
white
what
people
Jesus is
saying that
depicted.
anyone who's not white is inferior or anything is complete bullshit because you're saying your own god.
Wait, does it say that in the Bible?
No,
Is the Bible racist on top of that?
I don't know if the Bible
I mean-
says anything like that, but still, even then.
I don't think it does.
No, I don't.
No,
I
the
don't
Bible's
think
not
that-
racist. It's just homophobic.
No. Yeah, so the Bible isn't racist, but people who are Christian, white people, if they say like, you know, brown people or black people are inferior, they're saying bullshit because they're calling their own god inferior to them.
Also,
Okay,
like,
technically,
bro,
just a
Jesus had a
point.
wife. Like,
Dude, he did, and apparently they made her a prostitute, and that's a whole Dan.
yeah.
That's a whole
Okay,
Dan
okay.
Brown
Guys,
Da
when we
Vinci
have our
Code thing.
episode, yeah, haha. When we have our episode on Christianity, oof.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're just gonna be no.
Oh, it's gonna
Wow.
be great. Anyway,
It's gonna be a
back.
long.
Who, want,
ass one.
who
Wait,
wants
actu-
to narrate it?
No.
I
Okay,
vote.
continue.
I vote Wukong for narration because
Yes!
Yes, my boy Jesus Crip walked into the hood and said, "You know what, peeps?
I mean, also, dude, you're the only one of us who's been baptized. So like,
True.
No, me and Jesus are homies, man. We're true ones."
Oh my
He'd let
god.
me do it.
true.
He'd be like, "Yes, Wukong.
Wait, okay, guys,
Bless my
back to the
children."
Yeah.
back to the
so,
myth. Back to the
Right,
myth.
right.
Yes.
The Norse myth.
We have reached the dwarves.
Oh,
I love
My brethren.
These. Yeah, I love these guys. I feel like the gods were so unnecessarily mean to them. They were like, no,
I know, right?
you were in the grub. You are grubs, so now you stay as grubs in the rotting corpse. Like what?
what do they have against short people, huh?
I know.
What's your problem? Sure.
For the audience.
For context, for anyone,
Yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know, Wukong's about 5 foot flat.
What? No.
She's
I'm
5'2". Oh my god.
I'm 5'2",
Okay, I'm sorry.
maybe 5'3", okay?
Maybe
5'2". I apologize.
I'm 5'3" on
no.
a good day.
On a
On a
good day.
yes.
Yeah.
When your spine isn't absolutely devastated by your bed.
Oh
Oh,
my
you
god.
should see the way I sit, man. Anyway.
Oh wait, I had a thing I was gonna say. I forgot the thing I was
Wow,
gonna say.
beautiful.
You know, that's me every day. I like walk into a room and then just stand there like, huh, I wonder.
Or
What
you
is
just
my
like
purpose here?
you just like contemplate life standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yay.
I remember
good.
now. Okay. basically, back to the Christianization point, because technically it's relevant.
Yeah.
I just remember why it was relevant.
Right.
The problem with Norse mythology is, right, it's really researched. It's like this. It's like
That's
beyond.
true.
Besides Greek, it's the most researched, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the problem here is that it was hit by Christianity so early on that it's basically unrecognizable. There's like one text left, which is called the Poetic Edda,
Yeah.
which is still like kind of it's like the only official source of Norse mythology, and even then it's shaky because it was like post-Christianization.
Yeah, and,
Like, the thing is,
and the Poetic Edda, I think there are a couple of verses missing also. That's
the
what.
whole prose Edda's missing. The whole
Yeah,
prose
exactly.
Edda's
So
missing. There's a
I
couple
mentioned I
verses.
mentioned in the myth itself, there's like a whole chunk missing between the creation of the
Yeah.
dwarves and the creation of the humans. So
And
yeah,
there's also this thing
suspicious.
like the whole thing about Loki being like okay,
I love
don't-
my man Loki.
I'm not the only one who's noticed that Loki's basically satanized. He's just Satan, right?
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
snake, like the whole snake thing, the whole trickster vibe. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
People like researchers hate it because it's like they think he was a trickster originally, but he inherited a lot of like satanic qualities and associations.
Yeah, so they try to
Because-
make that those like parallels.
yeah.
I feel like Norse mythology is the
Christianity.
one is the one Christianity like really like got its claws into, you know?
No.
Like you
Yeah.
can't
That and Irish.
Yeah, Celtic
Ooh,
stuff has
yeah,
been.
yeah.
Oh god.
I agree with that.
Dude, I really want to cover this one Irish mythology book because it's so funny. It's just like I think Hecate knows about this one. It's that one where it's like about the discovery of Ireland with like Christian themes. Where it's all
Oh.
along like a secret
Yes.
story about actual
Yes.
Irish mythology.
Oh my god. Yes, we should do that. But okay, back to
We should do
like,
so many things, like for example, get back to the episode.
Yeah. So anyway, so
It's
back to the
relevant.
Christianization point. There, like, you can tell that it's Christian because Ask and Embla. It literally sounds like Adam Eve, and like, come on. And Ask is the guy and Embla is the girl. Adam,
Embla, right?
Eve. Yeah, it's literally
I
copy paste.
I mean, okay, wait. Here's the thing. I would argue that that the Christians derived it from the Norse, and here's another reason why. Because this is Ragnarok. This is a thing from Ragnarok, right? Supposedly in Ragnarok, everyone dies. We all know
Yeah,
that, right? Some
yeah.
gods survive, some don't. But at the end, Balder, who's like, okay, forever, because we haven't mentioned this. Balder's like the beloved son of Asgard who died tragically. He's resurrected, like as a god of light,
Yeah.
the one true god, and he watches over two humans who come from trees. Right. Now, doesn't like I think it's more that the Christians stole it from the Norse than the Norse stole it from the Christians here.
Or the Christians seeped into Norse mythology. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But again, with mythology, everything is so messy that you can't tell.
And
Dude,
some
you know
things
the-
you'll never know.
Yeah.
That's
Just you'll never know. It'll always just be a theory, and that
Yeah.
kind of like bothers me sometimes.
It's sad.
That's true.
Don't
It's bad.
don't tell my TOK teacher, but yeah, knowledge, man. Oh, I love knowledge.
Oh God. Speaking of, I have a meeting with said teacher. But no, it's not now. It's later.
Oh,
but
Good luck, bro.
Yeah. You know one thing which really it's like I find it moderately hilarious as a modern day thing. Have you guys ever walked into a library, picked up like a random book, and it's like really thick and it's like has like mythology background and all? Because I remember distinctly in our school's library, there's this one book. I don't remember what the book's called. I don't remember what the book's about. I just remember how it looks and the names of the characters. And it was like so in depth about Norse mythology, and I just like read it, like binged through it once, put it on the shelf, and have never seen it ever again. Like, I don't know how. Like I just
It
I read the whole,
disappeared.
it was like dude, I'm not even kidding. Like there was like ruins on the title. Like it was written throughout ruins. There was like a glossary full of what the ruins meant, and I'm just like,
Do
oh,
you
this is
mean
cool.
ruins?
Binges it.
Okay. I think
Ru-
we
I
can
said-
all agree.
Runes.
All
Yeah.
mythology babies were like got into mythology because of that one book with those like shiny, beautiful images,
Oh, yeah.
and you're just like, yes, yes, I agree. You are going to be part of my personality now. And then
Yep.
you just read it, and
Yep.
yeah.
No, coming back to Ymir's mysterious book, it sounds like
Yeah.
one of those mystical texts that just appears and disappears over the years.
His mysterious book.
It's
Yeah,
a
oh
grimoire. It's a grimoire.
Yeah.
What if it's just his personal diary? You know, he's like, well, today, dear diary, today was quite rough. I think I got killed. I don't know. Oh well, thanks.
True.
XO,
One of the
XO.
first few entries are like, Dear diary, I was looking at the icy landscape, and I saw the cow licking a piece of ice. There seems to be like hair or something. I don't know what's going on. Have a nice day.
I feel like this is like first diary, and he
Dude.
would just be like, dear diary, bleh.
Dude, gravity fall. Dude, a Gravity Falls-esque like journal. Like, I feel like I'm being watched. Those 3 little children have it out for me. I'll write everything in code now. If I die, you know how it
Yes.
happened. Signed, Ymir. Like
Oh, God.
a diary that dude,
No,
a
no,
diary
no, no,
that
no.
rests at the bottom of the ocean now.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, you have that entry, okay, and it's like super paranoid. It's like you're gonna die, and then the next entry is like, dear diary, I just got my period. XOXO Ymir.
Dude, the final line. Oh well, it looks like I'm dying. Bye guys.
Bye
Love ya.
guys. See you in my next YouTube video.
Oh my god.
Like, hashtag I'm dying today. Like and subscribe for more content in the future. If I survive this, I will make sure I get you some YouTube.
I'll give
videos.
you a better draw my life, guys. Thanks. Get me to that 1 million mark. That's it. Then we never hear from it ever again. Yes. Oh wait, he'd use that. You know the pencils with the pom poms with the pink
Oh
pom
my
poms.
god, yes! He would
He'd
use
use
What?
those.
the
what?
pencils or like the pens with the that were like pink and
Pom-poms?
glittery and they had like poofy pom-poms at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'd
no.
use that.
True.
Yeah.
And his diary would have like keychains on it.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
and
Can we
it'd be it'd be the lock-up kind of diary with like the lock and the key.
True.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
like that. It'd be like hot pink. Like, you know those 5th grade those
Hot
diaries
pink,
they sell
definitely.
like.
Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
The
you know those
fur-coated
diary-
diaries.
Yes.
Pink
The-
fur.
You know those like lock diaries
Yes.
that
Yes.
like that's targeted towards 5th grade girls.
Yes.
That's just his diary.
Yes. Yes.
Also,
Yes.
can we talk about the whole thing about the sun and the moon, where a guy names his son Moon and he names his daughter Sun?
Yeah, I was super annoyed by that. Like what?
Dude,
Wait.
I mean, technically their names were Soul and Mani, and Soul
Moon?
does sound more. Soul was
Soul
sun.
and Moon.
No, it's Soul and Mani. Mani.
Mani.
Yeah. So
Mani.
Okay.
Mani does sound more like a guy's name than a girl's name, I guess. So.
Mani? No. Like, okay, look. Mani sounds more like a girl's name just because it has a vowel at the end.
Yeah, but then you have Soul. Soul sounds also
Uh,
like a girl's name.
Wukong, that's your Asian talking. That's your inner Asian talking.
No,
You
I
get-
get
yeah,
like
you
from the
get these are
Sanskrit.
Europeans.
I know, like from the Sanskrit background. I'm just saying, like, to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because where we live, the only difference between a guy's name and a girl's name is the I or the A at the end.
Yeah.
That is literally,
I swear.
I'm not even kidding.
It'd be like.
That is more,
Yeah, go.
that is the actual difference between my nickname and my sister's actual name. Just one A at the end of it.
Oh my
True. I agree. No, I was giving it for example, and then my brain was just like Bob and Bobby, and I'm like, wait, no, that's not a good example.
I mean, okay, for like European and Latin, it's more about like the Ella, like
Yeah.
the use of
Yeah.
Is-
Ix or
Isabella.
Ella.
Why did I use a Mario accent? I don't ask.
It's me,
Isabella.
Mario.
Yes. Okay. Wait. So, for some reason, in my notes, I have small bite of moon. Did they bite the moon?
Yeah, no, they sent, so I was a little, brief with my sun and moon thing. Basically, there were, 2 wolves that went after, Soul and Mani. Their names were Skull, which means treachery, and Hati, which means hate. So, they would, like, chase around the moon, and take a small bite out of the moon. And that's how the phases of the moon happened.
Yeah, my point was that small bite of moon is equals to cheese confirmed. So the moon is cheese.
Moon is
great
cheese.
scientific discovery, guys.
Moon is cheese,
I'll
moon landing is fake because it wasn't cheese.
Y'all
Yeah.
believe in the moon?
That one Tumblr post was like,
Y'all believe in the moon?
yo, what? You're like the personification of that one Tumblr post.
Yep.
It's like when two people are arguing like about whether the moon landing was real, just like one up them with like, you believe in the moon?
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
that.
I saw my opportunity. I had to take it. There's no way
I
around
it's
that.
respect, man,
understandable.
respect. Yeah,
Oh my god. What else
It's
was there
okay.
after the sun and moon? I feel
Oh, I
like
mean,
we
I feel like I'm
skipped-
forgetting a little bit.
We, Niflheim becoming the underworld, that whole thing, and
Oh yes, Hell, the most emo
Hell.
of Odin's
oh
children.
my god, yeah.
hell.
Hell.
Wait,
yes.
is she Loki's daughter? Okay, in the MCU she's Odin's daughter, but in Mythos she's Loki's daughter.
Yeah.
Right?
Oof.
Am
Yeah,
I
yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, by the way, that's oddly similar to Satan. The
True.
more you know. It's just the SpongeBob meme. The more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know. Wait, what's the daughter's name?
Hell.
Hell.
Wait, rehash that for me. She's whose daughter where?
Loki's daughter in the actual mythology, and Odin's daughter in the MCU.
You could
Yes,
say
MCU,
Loki
the
was.
very accurate and reliable source of mythology.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn.
You could say Loki wasn't very low key with his children.
Oh.
I'll see myself out.
Oh.
I'll see myself out.
Wow.
Yes, please go. Ymir,
Can we kick him out?
Yeah. Ymir, go back to
okay,
your
okay.
dead, rotting corpse. Get back there.
Please, can you just go back into non-existence?
I
That
know,
would-
right?
Sadly, I'm already stranded on my dead rotting corpse.
Go back, like further down. Go join the dwarves or something. We don't need you here.
You're just
No,
saying.
I don't
you're
want
basically- Dude, you're basically gonna say, yes, Ymir, prove Jules Verne was right. Find the center of the earth
Yes.
and join
Yes. Yes. Go. We have given you a mission.
them. Be gone, Vusruda!
So, I wanted
Okay.
to mention
Yeah.
how, like, Hell having a dog and both of them guarding the underworld. I mentioned
Oh,
this
Greek
in the
mythology?
recording. Yeah, it's like very similar to Hades and Cerberus.
I love that Hades has a dog, and he named him Spot.
Yeah, Kerberos
Just-
means spot.
Wait. In Persian, yeah, for everyone who doesn't know that.
Yes, he just had a dog, and he's like, you know what? I'm naming you Spot. And then he just has like, oh, please guard the gates of hell. Thank you, dog. And I just love it.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
You just
sorry,
like-
you're telling me, dude, you're telling me that it's not Hades' entire vibe? Like, his queen is Persephone.
Yeah.
The one who's
you know
known
what?
like,
Huge
people
respect
aren't
to
afraid
Hades.
of Hades. People aren't afraid of
Afraid
Hades,
of
they're afraid of
Persephone.
Persephone.
Yeah.
You know, Hades is so chill. He'd be that chill dad that just says
No.
nothing.
He got mad once. He got mad once and it was so terrifying.
Yeah, but like
Okay,
most
he's the
of
chill
the time,
dad that if he won't get mad, but when he does get mad, you know.
you
you
messed
better
up
run.
real bad.
Yeah.
You know that you just better accept your death with like niceties. Just
Yeah.
sit there and take it.
Just-
You
just
can't-
take it. Just say goodbye to your Yu-Gi-Oh
Everything.
cards and your PS4. You know, you're just about to die now.
just let it all burn in peace. It's
Yep.
better than the alternatives.
Do we have any like? I was thinking about looking up what Garm meant and to look if it was a similar situation to Cerberus,
What do you mean?
like to see if it's
Oh.
also a silly name.
We should.
Yeah, hold on.
We should.
So apparently Garm means rag.
Man,
That's
here's
just
Hades.
sad.
Lovingly calling his dog Spot. And then this dude's like, you are a rag.
Yeah,
Yes.
what
I mean, okay,
hell?
here's
What's
the-
up
wait,
with
wait.
that?
That is your
Hold up,
name
hold
and your
up.
destiny.
I have a justification this potentially because that's the meaning of the word in the modern context. Like for example, right? Kidnapping and marriage used to be like kinda equivocal in ancient Greece, but now they're very, very different. Who knows? Maybe back then, rag was kind of like an affectionate thing. Like you call your dog, like you call your dog.
You filthy dirty
rag.
rag. Oh, you cute rag.
Who knows? Who knows, my dude? Like it's a piece of cloth, and cloth is
True.
soft,
Cloth.
and, like valuable. So who knows?
True. Okay, what's next?
Especially- The Norns. The Norns. The Norns. I want to
The
talk about
Norns.
the Norns.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Beyond the whole, like, 3 ladies of various ages and like how that's everywhere. Like beyond that entire
Greek.
concept being everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Greek. There's many we haven't covered yet.
Yeah.
True.
Like,
Greek is the one we've covered.
Mm.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. There's one who's like a little girl, one who's like a young woman, and then there's one who's like an old lady, right?
I mean, technically, Skuld, like the future one, she's described as a beautiful young maiden, so she's not like a little girl per se. But
So
she
it's
probably
like
is.
20 it's
She's
like,
like
a
a
20-year-old. It's like a 20-year-old versus a 40-year-old versus a 60-year-old.
Yeah.
Wouldn't a woman in
Dude.
her prime be like a 20-year-old though?
That's what I'm thinking though. Like, if you want her to, if you're saying she's a beautiful young maiden,
So it's probably
Maybe
a little
like-
kid, yeah.
No, she's probably
no.
15, 16, I'd assume.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, probably. So like 14, 15, like just pubescent. Then
Yeah.
the second one will probably be like 28, 20, like 29, just about to reach 30, but not there. And like the last one's like
But
72.
okay, but
Yeah.
I feel like Ymir, where not looking at how people thought of women in their prime back in Norse times.
Here's the thing though. No, the
People-
Vikings did. Vikings knew about old women because some women lived to be that old, and they were treated as
No,
like wise
but-
women.
No, not
No, but
like
at
that. But
prime
like a,
age is when she can give birth. and
Exactly,
like,
that's what I'm
she used to
saying.
give birth at 14.
exactly. That's what I meant.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We
We don't
We're
want
not
it to
gonna
be
go
that
into
way,
that rabbit hole.
but we don't want
Um,
it to.
No, but the Vikings were a bit more advanced than that. Like they had like equal rights and all that. I hope in my heart, I'm not a historian. I just hope the Vikings were a bit better than like shipping off girls. It was probably like
Uh,
17 though. You're not wrong. It was probably like
See,
17.
I feel like
Yeah.
I still feel like women's rights and like objectification of women was kind of bad everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Of
it'll be
course.
much of a difference. Like what they might find instead of getting married off at like 10, they'd get married off at like 13,
Maybe
still.
15 if they're
Dude,
lucky.
15.
That's
That's like
true.
that's
Old,
like bordering on
yeah.
old. Yeah.
Okay, wait, no. Here's my original point. This has become sad now. My original point was, imagine they're all like arguing about like whatever ancient history, like you're wrong, you're right, like siblings do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you walk down the street and you just see a little girl, a young woman, and an old lady just screaming at each other.
Arey, why
Like,
didn't
it's
you
like-
finish your homework? I'm gonna hit you with
It's
my
not
chopper.
even- it's not even in a recognizable language. It's just like.
No, but come on, she will be waving her like slipper at her, like
Oh my
No,
god.
her cane. It just
Yeah,
be like, what do
she
you
absolutely
Her cane
Earth
and her
absolutely
slipper?
had a cane.
mean? Dude, imagine but then imagine someone trying to intervene and be like, young lady, you should talk to your grandmother with more respect. And they all and most of the younger ones just look at him like, grandmother, this woman's my sister, sir. Go away.
He's just like, what?
Huh?
And
How?
Earth just like whacks him with the cane, like, how dare you assume I'm that old?
I don't look a day older than 2000 and take it back now.
And he's like, what?
nice.
Okay.
Like imagine what goes from that to them comforting. Don't worry, Earth. You don't look a day over 2000. He's just being mean now. It's
What?
okay.
Me, I'm 500. How dare you?
Okay,
Okay.
so Yggdrasil. Now we move on to that.
Yggdrasil. The thing I might like if I ever got a tattoo of something, it'd be
It's a
Yggdrasil.
3. What does
Oh,
the
tree?
tree?
so cool.
I know,
It's-
I
right?
feel like that's one of the only places where like Norse mythology is the only myth that I know of that has like multiple different worlds interconnected by a tree. There's probably others.
There are others.
Figure.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are others.
But I really like the tree concept. Like I feel like
I mean, it makes sense as well. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, it's like that far north, the trees don't come in like miniature. It's just
Yeah.
I've been standing here for 5.
yeah, so it makes sense, you know. You like look at a tree and like
Yeah,
it
just
feels
goes
like it goes
so
on for
yeah.
infinity.
Yeah. It goes up
I
so
know.
so high and that's like the only thing
Yeah.
that goes up that high that you know of. Of course, you would think that
Yeah,
goes up to the
I don't know.
heavens.
I found it like such a I don't know, creative concept, especially when I was reading like Magnus Chase. But
I don't know. I never
but
thought,
you know,
like, I find the world tree's design cool, Yggdrasil's design cool,
Yeah.
but it's found in other mythologies. It's not necessarily unique.
Yes,
I
but
don't know, I
like
guess it's the first
also
one I
Norse mythology.
encountered,
Yeah,
so I've,
but
like,
Norse mythology
wondered
is
with
also
it.
really, really old. So
I mean, so are like a lot of these. Like, dude, if we wanted to go to Mesopotamia, that's the oldest mythology.
yeah. You're right.
true,
Also, I just
true.
want to say. Okay, so did you cover like the dragon under the tree and like the hawk above it, and like
So
how they're both like?
I mentioned Nidhogg, but it wasn't a hawk in my source. It was a golden cock. So I just imagined this golden chicken sitting on top of this giant tree.
Either way, no. Here's the best part is though. There's this like angry little trash talking squirrel.
Oh, I
On the
did
tree.
not want to mention Ratatosk because he's another Delio in himself.
Dude, like, just imagine. By the way, he trash talked the Nidhogg on because once Nidhogg chewed through the roots of Yggdrasil, Ragnarok would happen. So just imagine being that one squirrel who wakes up every morning deciding like, yes, I want to make the world end. It
The
reminds me of
Ice
that meme where
Age
it's like,
squirrel. It's the Ice Age squirrel.
It is.
no. It
It's
reminds
the
me of
Ice
that
Age.
meme where it's like, you wake up in hell one day and you were a horrible goose. You were a horrible
One horrible goose.
one
Yeah.
horrible squirrel.
Goose.
Uh,
Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Llama on the loose.
Yes.
Yeah, so I wanted to leave Ratatosk for another day, along with many other
Ta.
things.
Ta-ta-ta.
No.
No, no.
Why no one completing it?
9.
Anyway, do we have anything else to discuss, guys? Show the audience.
I mean, we're already at like an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So, guys, I'm so happy you tuned in, and I'm pretty sure like only one person made it this far. But
Yeah,
we love you.
probably.
We appreciate you. Please keep giving us that one view on SoundCloud. Thanks.
Our socials are ouroboros_the Mythocast for Instagram. You can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube with the name Ouroboros: the Mythocast for spelling.
Peace.
And if you ever have any like question, you can email us at ouroboros at gmail.com. It's ouroboros@gmail.com, right? Or am I messing it up?
I think it's
It's
Ouroboros
Ouroboros,
the
Mythopodcast.
Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah.
One sec, let me check what our email is.
Yeah, guys, as you can see, we're quite organized.
On-
We are
and
the
on
most
top of our
professional podcast you have ever listened to. Thank
I know,
you,
guys.
thank you. No need to compliment
Okay,
us.
wait.
Yes.
It's ouroboros.mythopodcast@gmail.com.
I knew there was a dot somewhere.
Beautiful. No one's gonna email us anyway, and if you
True.
are gonna email us,
If we
Um,
ever get fan art, I'm gonna cry. Like if somehow we ever get a fan base which gives us fan art, I will cry.
True.
no, I'm fine as long as they don't like yell at us. You know, it's good enough.
Dude,
For all the
that's
controversial things we say.
Dude, that's far more likely.
What
Just being
controversial
screamed
things?
at. Huh?
we just
What?
Our controversial things include saying the chicken came before the egg. There's a lot of Christianization
Sphinx cats.
and
Sphinx cats.
oh my,
Sphinx
how is that
cats.
controversial? I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god,
everyone's on my
no,
side
we're
on
not
that.
getting started on this. Okay, bye guys.
Okay,
Thank
bye,
you
guys.
for listening.
Join
We
in
hope
next
you enjoyed this.
time.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. This month's episode.
This month.
And we're not
See you
doing weekly
later.
episodes. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.